Okay, hello Sharanya. This is if you ever need to reassemble your camera. Canon PowerShot SX280 HS. 20x optical zoom. Okay. Basically I probably fixed your problem, except sometimes it still breaks. But if it gives you the error, the lens error, camera shutting down, it's probably fine. Oh, you can see my reflection, that's awful. It's probably fine. If the lens goes all the way back in, then if you just like pop the battery and like put it back in and restart it, it'll probably be fine. But if it gets stuck, like you turn it off and the lens gets stuck like halfway between in and out, or if it stutters, then that probably means there's still some sand or salt stuck in there that needs to be dislodged. So if that happens, you can try a couple things. If you have compressed air, just kind of like getting it in these little crevices, mostly in between like these areas, like in between the layers. And you can take off, these pieces and get in here too. You can also use a little vacuum. That might work. Just be sure not to suck up any of these pieces, so you probably want to take them all out first. Or what I was using was this electric toothbrush. Just like putting it on the edge and turning it on will kind of like jostle the little pieces out of sticking, which seemed to work. Okay, anyway, if you have to put the camera back together, here are the pieces that you'll probably see. This one goes on first. It's just, I don't really know what it is, just covers up. Just goes right on here. Pretty easy. I don't think there's a front and back. Okay. It's easiest to do when the camera is on, like when it's not fully depressed. So, okay. And the next piece is this one. This one will slide on. I don't know if you see this little slot here. This piece will go into here and it'll like click in. But first you need to put the springs on. These tiny little springs, there's 2 of them. Hook onto, it's not focusing. Whatever, this little hook, and the inner one of these lens, shutter covers. These ones are the innermost ones, then these ones, and these ones are on the outside. Okay. So the spring goes onto this hook, and take one of these, and it's gonna hook onto like the more inner knob, I guess. It's like the fatter one, and it has a little lip. Okay. It'll hook onto that. Like that. Okay. Pretend that's focused. And then do it on the other one. I kind of bent this spring out of place, sorry about that, but it still works. And again on the inner hook thing. Okay. Okay, now this is the hard part. We need to put this back into the camera. But the springs really like to fall out. See it? Okay, so the camera just turned off. I'm just gonna turn it back on. Okay. Like this. Again, this piece that like protrudes out is gonna go into the slot right here, and then it like turns. Okay, like so. And then, I don't know if you remember, like the outermost peg is going to stretch and go into these little holes. Okay, like this. And then stretch it over to the closer peg. Okay. In this position, since the camera's on, the springs are kind of like engaged, so it'll be in the open position. Okay, at this point, it's easier if the camera's off. So when there's no like cover on it and you're turning it on and off, just make sure you're like holding it down because they'll pop out. And then you might lose the springs, as I have definitely not done before. Okay, so now you see like these are the most inner shutter cover things. All right, these ones are next. You can tell because there's no pegs, they're like kind of flat. And this circle is going to go onto the top of that peg there. Okay. It's a little bit weird because it has to like, okay, it's really hard to see. It kind of like grabs this piece like this right here. So you have to like slide on this piece onto like the top of there before you put this in, if that makes sense. So go from the top, like it needs to hook on like this onto this top piece, and then you will put this around here. Okay, there's a little click there. So now this is like on that little sliding piece. And then maybe I'll use the tweezers for this. This just goes right on top of that peg. And all these like layered pieces are symmetrical. Like, they're the exact same piece, so it doesn't matter which side you put it on. Okay, same on the other one. And I'm gonna put it onto this peg. Okay. Those are the middle pieces. And I'm gonna do the outer pieces. These ones are really easy. It's a really long peg, and it just goes into that hole that we haven't used yet. The other one. Okay. I think they're all fitted now. Okay, the last thing is the actual lens cover, and it just goes like where it's side up. There is a bit of adhesive here that obviously I unsecured to take it off. And I'm not going to put more glue onto it just in case like we need to take it apart again. But we have this glue here that maybe it could work. But I'm not gonna put it on right now. It's probably pretty secure because this is so wide. But if that becomes a problem, like if these shutters start getting like stuck in weird places or not opening all the way, that probably means that it's not glued down enough. So then you can add glue later. Okay, just like that. And it should be all fixed. Okay, they open all the way, and you should be able to zoom as before. Okay, that's it. Bye.